We have reached the Final Four of the IHSA boys basketball postseason, and one team in the region eyes its first state title in program history, the Eastland Cougars. The team is making its second straight trip to Champaign for the state finals and fourth overall. Eastland ended the 2024-25 season second place in Class 1A, falling in the state championship. Head coach Tyler Zumdel says the runner-up finish motivated the guys to not only return, but finish the job. They've won 2 of its postseason games this season by a basket, including a 2-point victory in the Super Sectionals. Coach adds he contributes this to their tight-knit senior group because they all trust each other.
I work at the elementary school. To hear from kindergarten to 5th grade talking about players and going to the game and how exciting it is. It's been really special to see the passion that's been spreading throughout the school district as people rally behind these guys.